Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. All right, this video, I just wanted to talk about the aftermath of the 5 GB DAG essentially, and what has happened it's been about 24 hours now since it has moved over to the Epoch 512, which is the 5 GB of DAG size now for Ethereum. And I just did a video yesterday regarding the Jazz Miner, and the Jazz Miner X41U was still able to mine. This is the 520 megahash version, but I'm getting some reports, people saying the 450 megahash is not working. If you guys have a 450 megahash version, please let me know down below if yours is still working on Ethereum. Mainly in this video, I just want to go through on how much now Ethereum Classic has gained in hash rate since yesterday. All right, so that's what I want to go through in this video amongst some other stuff regarding Innosilicon ASIC miners as well. Okay, so before I begin, this video is sponsored by Watom.io. Watom is a complete Bitcoin mining solutions provider and the largest distributor of Bitcoin mining equipment in the United States. Watom has got all your mining needs covered by offering everything from the latest ASIC miners to mobile mining containers and power transformers, as well as complete hosting services and full facility buildouts. Their team of over 100 mining experts has got you covered by offering exceptional customer service. They also offer installment payment plans, which makes getting into Bitcoin mining or scaling your existing mining operations that much easier. Link down below to watom.io/RPM. So before the Epoch 512 or the 5 GB DAG size for Ethereum came about, the Ethereum Classic hash rate was about, I think, around 30 to 31 terahash. And this is when I recorded the video yesterday, about 5-10 minutes after. So I think the network hash rate for Ethereum Classic was about 29 or so before the 5 GB DAG, and then like 5 to 10 minutes after it went to 31.8, and about 24 hours later, as of recording, it's now about 43, 44, 45 terahash. So yesterday I recorded the video. I was documenting the whole way for the 5 GB DAG file, and I was noticing all the different mining pools that were dropping off in hash rate, and it was pretty cool to see. And my Jazz Miner ultimately was able to connect to be able to mine on Ethereum shortly after. So it took about, I would say, 40 minutes or so to start hashing again, because it needed to rebuild the 5 GB DAG file size. But within that time frame, I was noticing that a lot of the hash rate for Ethereum was moving over to Ethereum Classic. But I'm gonna say most of the Jazz Miner people that have Jazz Miners are probably still mining Ethereum, so that's out of the question, right? Of why the Ethereum network hash rate, Ethereum Classic hash rate has gone up another 8 to 10 to maybe 15 terahash now, according to miningpoolstats.stream here. So yesterday, when I recorded that video, we were getting about, let's see here, we were getting about 31.8, I think, about 31.7, 31.37 moments before 5 GB DAG was about to go, right? 31.37. And now, 24 hours later, as of recording, according to Mining Pool Stats, we were about 45 terahash between there. And according to 2 miners, which does lag a little bit in terms of updating the average hash rate, it says 40.77. So I'm expecting this tomorrow, as the Innosilicon A10 Pros, specifically the 5 GB and even the 7 GB, and I think even the 8 GB, I've been getting reports that there were people that were not able to continue to mine Ethereum on those specific ASIC miners, the Innosilicon A10 Pros 5, 6, 7, 8 GB models. And I was just looking at Innosilicon's firmware website, and there's actually a new firmware update that they just released, I think today, as of recording this video, August 18th. And they have an August 18th update here for the 5 GB models for ETC, 6 GB models for ETC, and looks like the 8 GB model, I think, is still able to mine Ethereum. I think the reports that I've heard was 7 GB, 6 GB, and 5 GB. But there was a Reddit post here from Flexpool. It says, Inno announcement regarding A10s dropping off today. This was reposted in Inno Telegram, and I've seen multiple A10 users report issues today, or yesterday, right, as of recording this video. Notification, in the view of customers' response, A10 series have dropped collectively. According to the official response, the reason is being verified. It is suggested to go to official website to download the latest ETC firmware and dig ETC first. Please note that the original firmware of ETH must be saved and ETH can only be brushed back after ETH is normal. What does that mean? Like mining other ETH coins or whatever. So I'm going to say majority of the hash rate that has moved over now to Ethereum Classic are the Innosilicon 5 gigabyte, 6 gigabyte, 7 gigabyte ASIC models. And so we can kind of gauge roughly in terms of terahash. So I'm going to say roughly between, I don't know, 12 to 15 terahash has moved over to Ethereum Classic. Okay, so I'm going to get my calculator out here and we're just going to do some basic math here. Okay, so if we go to 2 miners here for Ethereum Classic, and I just wanted to get the, in terms of a terahash, that would be 1 million megahash. Okay, so we're going to do some really basic math here. So I did, just for example, from 31.37 to, let's say, 44 terahash. So I'm going to say like 13 terahash has moved over. Just a rough number here, 13 terahash. So that'd be about 13 million megahash. Okay, 13 million megahash divided by, let's say, so the Innosilicon A10 Pros, the 5G does, I think, 500 megahash. If I, you know what, let me just go to ASIC miner value just to make sure I got that number right. So A10 Pro, and if we just do Innosilicon, okay, so there's the 500 megahash, 750 megahash. I know the 7 gigabytes do 750 megahash, so there's probably a few there. But, okay, I'm just going to divide it by 500, and that should give us rough estimate of how many Innosilicon A10 Pros 500 megahash have technically moved over. So 26,000 Innosilicon A10 Pros, okay? And if we were to count the 750 megahash, you know, maybe it's say 20,000, I don't know, 22,000 plus the, 7 gigabyte model. So yeah, roughly that much, right? And I don't know how many A11s are on the market, and I think the 8 gigabyte A10 Pros are still on Ethereum, so I don't know how many of those are on the network, but it's just interesting theoretically to see how many ASIC miners have moved over onto Ethereum Classic as of this moment. But it is rising as of recording. It's been about 24 hours later. So what I'm kind of also conspiracizing here is that a lot of the Innosilicons, people are firmware updating them as we speak. Okay, so it's still gonna, the people are still finding this out. People are still probably going to the Innosilicon firmware website and downloading the latest update here and firmware updating their ASIC miner. So I'm expecting another maybe couple days here as people find that out. The Ethereum Classic network hash rate is going to go higher, right? It's going to go higher for those Innosilicons, because I heard as well, if you update your Innosilicon A10 Pros to the new ETC firmware, you will no longer be able to mine Ethereum. Okay, even according to the firmware Reddit post here, if you want to mine Ethereum ETH hash based coins, you'll need to put back the ETH hash firmware. So the firmware here is only for ETC, if that makes sense. So anyways, guys, yeah, just some things I've noticed. And I guess we can also talk about Ethereum here real quick. This is mainly, I just want to talk about Ethereum Classic. But Ethereum has pretty much dropped a lot in hash rate. And according to 2 miners, it's at 826 right now, terahash. But according to mining pool stats, we are at 907 or 842. So in my video yesterday, I was kind of correlating about 85 terahash has gone offline. But that goes back to how many Innosilicon A10 Pros are on the market. There could be way more than the typical 26,000 that I said here. There could be 100,000, right? 13 terahash could be more so maybe, as the Ethereum network hash rate right now is around this, and I saw like 940, 960 something yesterday. So if we're at like 840, 826 now, if let's say, let's just say, I don't know, including because the Jazz miners came back on, I don't know, I'm just speculating here, another 100 terahash, so 100 million mega hash would be the Innosilicons divided by, let's just say, 500 mega hash. That would be 200,000 Innosilicon A10 Pros at 500 mega hash. Wow. Yeah, I mean, hey, that could be a thing. And I think we did the video yesterday where we're thinking of how many Jazz miners are on the network, and I think I said like 85 terahash, so 85 million mega hash divided by the 520 mega hash, and that was about 163,000 Jazz miners. I don't think there's that many Jazz miners on the market. I'm gonna say less than 100,000, but yeah, I think this number also coincides with the Innosilicon A10 Pros that are out on the market as well. anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think? What do you guys think of, what type of hardware have moved over to Ethereum Classic? But honestly, I'm contributing it to most of the Innosilicon ASIC miners, because the Jazz miners are still on Ethereum, as we verified yesterday. My Jazz miner can still mine Ethereum Classic, but I don't know about the 450 mega hash. If any one of you have one of those, let me know. And as well as, I don't know, maybe some other ASIC miners I'm missing out. There's Annex Miner, iPolo, V1 Mini, the gold ETH miners. Those are still on Ethereum. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, more iPolo V1 Minis are coming online the network as well. There's just a lot of ASIC miners are coming online. Okay, I guess we can just put it that way. But this is a good, I guess, benchmark to see, as Ethereum network hash rate, Ethereum Classic network hash rate is rising, is the price of Ethereum Classic going to rise as well? We're going to see. We're going to see if there's any correlation to, security, network security, and, the price of Ethereum Classic. We're going to see. But, Ethereum Classic has been kind of going up in price here, but it's still not at its all-time high, obviously. But if it can, sustain everybody in terms of the miners, I don't know. The liquidity and volume, Ethereum Classic is definitely one of the top coins, proof of work coins, next to Ethereum, that has the volume and the liquidity, potentially, if it can handle that, sell-off pressure from miners. Who knows? We're going to see, right? We're going to see. So anyways, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts. I'll appreciate you all. Have a good one. And peace out.